In the heart of the bustling nightlife scene, I operated a flourishing after-hours club, joined in partnership with John Rizzo and Matty Gambino. The venue became a magnet for patrons, drawing crowds not only from Brooklyn, but also from neighboring Jersey and Long Island. Surprisingly, I found myself in good standing with the local authorities. The cops, once adversaries, now held a newfound admiration for me, willingly accepting my weekly envelopes of cash. These envelopes, distributed among the division, precinct cops, precinct detectives, and sergeants, served as a testament to my influence and the unspoken understanding between myself and law enforcement. One day, Lenny the Mole, a notorious figure in our world, was caught in a tight spot, arrested for possession of a firearm. He found himself in police custody. Unfazed by this predicament, I confidently walked into the precinct, straight to the detective's office. To my surprise, I found the very detective who had been the recipient of my generous envelopes. The room fell silent as I addressed the detective, inquiring about the situation. The detective, recognizing my authority, hesitated before suggesting a deal. For $2,500, they could reduce the charges to a minor misdemeanor. I, however, had no patience for such negotiation. I swiftly pulled the arrest card out of the typewriter and tore it to pieces, asserting his dominance. In a calm yet commanding tone, I instructed Lenny to leave, assuring him that they would meet again at their usual corner. To the astonishment of all present, Lenny walked out freely, without any resistance from the officers. The detectives, momentarily stunned by my brazen display of power, quickly regained their composure. They realized that they could trust me to keep my word, and they agreed to return the confiscated gun. Later that day, I met the detectives at a luncheon at their customary meeting place. True to their promise, I handed over the $2,500, effectively closing the matter. This incident served as a stark reminder of the intricate web of relationships and the unspoken rules that governed their world, where bluff and intimidation were just as potent as the law, and where loyalty and trust were commodities that could be bought and sold. The club was a wild success until things took a turn for the worse. The neighborhood complained about noise and cars parked everywhere, so the detectives decided to crack down. I was trying to keep the party going inside when troublemaker Butchie decided to stir up trouble with the cops. Chaos ensued, resulting in arrests, injuries, and ultimately the closure of the club for good. After a brief interlude, I found myself the proud owner of a new establishment. Located off Fort Hamilton Parkway in a different police precinct, this club once served as a funeral parlor. It was the brainchild of a group of independent individuals, unconnected to the underworld. Seeing an opportunity, I made my move. If it hadn't been me, someone else would have inevitably stepped in. While they still maintained a presence as the front-facing figures, I held the true reins of power, operating behind the scenes. This arrangement suited them well. They were relieved of the constant pressure of dealing with law enforcement. Gone were the worries of deliveries, garbage collection, or unruly patrons causing trouble. The club flourished from the outset, thanks to the loyal following I had cultivated.